Well, here we go. The movie I knew a lot of people weren't excited for, and I tell you right now, the trailers did not get me excited. The CGI did not look great in the trailers. The movie it looked like a mess in the trailers, and I walked in this movie saying, just please, just give me something out of this movie. Come on, Guillermo del Toro, just come back and do a third one. We all know we want him to, but we're here with this one, and now we get to talk about it. Hellboy. No, this is not Hellboy from 2004, the original Ron Perlman Guillermo del Toro one. This is the 2019 version. This is the reboot directed by Neil Marshall, I'm pretty sure. I didn't look it up. This one stars David Harbour, who is known for Stranger Things. He is Hellboy in this movie, and the big storyline is Hellboy, he's a badass dude. He works for this company that stops monsters, like the original, like the comics, all this kind of stuff. And this one's more like a comic book movie. I've heard this one sticks to the comics more than the other two movies did. So this one is David Harbour, and he's got to stop Mila Jovovich, who's this blood queen. She's trying to take over the world, and he's got to stop her. That's the basics of this movie. So, like I said, the trailers just didn't do it for me. And when they announced the movie, I was like, I want to see that. Then they announced his radar. I was like, alright, here we go. And so let's talk about it, guys. Let's get into it. Did I like this movie? Did I not? And I will say this. If I really wasn't a Hellboy fan, and I really wasn't into comic book movies, I just sat there and watched it, I would absolutely tell you guys this movie is a D movie. When I was watching this movie, I would have said a D movie. But this is why I like not doing my review right after the movie. Give it like an hour or so, think about it. And now thinking about it, I can't lie. I was entertained throughout the entire movie. I just can't lie. I was entertained. I had a good time. I watched it in IMAX. The sound was blaring, and it was a fun time. Was it a great time? Technically, in storyline and characters-wise, hell no. But did I have a good time? Yes, I did. Hellboy is a movie that is going to get trashed on, and literally when I watched this movie, I said this movie's going to get trashed on. It currently has an 11% Rotten Tomatoes. That's too low. I mean, me personally, that is too low. Let's get into positives. First thing first, David Harbour, man, needs to be Hellboy. They need to make it Hellboy 2, and he needs to be returned, because this movie had some trash dialogue and script issues. They need to get him back. He is A+ casting. I mean, he is excellent. The makeup on him is so god darn good. I mean, it looks great on him. And my god, you know how usually when you watch a movie you're like, okay, now I can see his face. I never saw David Harbour's face. Like, I've seen the actor, I've seen Stranger Things, I know what he looks like. This entire movie, I did not see him, and I could hear his voice, but I was like, that's just not him. I mean, he got buffed for this movie too. He is excellent as Hellboy. I want to see him come back. This is why I hope the movie does somewhat good now, because I want him to return. He was great as Hellboy. The girl from American Honey, an underrated movie, you've never seen it. American Honey, you gotta look it up, you gotta watch it. It's so good. She was in this movie as the sidekick to Hellboy, and she was fine. I'm not gonna say she was great. She definitely felt ADR to me. Like, her voice felt like they recorded it and that was her whole lines of the entire movie. It felt like that. She has a cool power that I will not spoil, that I really enjoyed, and I really liked what she did with her mouth. That's all I'm gonna say. So I did like her, but I could definitely tell this is like her second or third movie, because I know American Honey was like her first movie. This movie is like her second movie or something like that, because her acting is not the greatest. I don't know this actor's name, but he plays the guy with the scar on his face. He was fine, but every time he talked, he just said a douchebag line or something that just made him a douchebag. So, again, the biggest issue with this movie, is no doubt about it, is the script. I mean, the script it's pretty terrible. I can't lie. The dialogue in some of these scenes are god-awful, crayon-like dialogue. I can't lie about that. The dialogue can be terrible. And I'm not gonna lie, 80% of the jokes fell flat on their ass. And when they did land, I wasn't a gut bust. It was a chuckle or a laugh or a snicker. It was something like that. I never laughed at this movie. The jokes to me really didn't land. The CGI, god, they did not get better from the trailers. I will give them. There were some times the CGI did look good, and there was prosthetics in this movie, or like makeup effects on the monsters. I loved it. There's a certain character, when this character first shows up, you're like, oh, that's completely animatronic. That's a makeup effect. But when the character talks, it's CGI. I was like, damn it, movie. No, that you had an opportunity right there. And when you see the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a major character in the movie. And this character, once this character started talking, I was like, that's a CGI mouth moving up and down. I was like, damn it. Mila Jovovich, I mean, it's exactly what you think it's gonna be. It's exactly what I said in the trailer. Mila Jovovich, I mean, it's just Mila Jovovich as a villain. It's not great. She's cliche as hell. She wants the power. She wants him to become Hellboy, just like the original movie. It's just the villains. You come to see Hellboy in the action scenes, and I will say this: this movie. I mean, there is no great character development for any character. Hellboy is the one with the most character development. Ian McShane gets barely any screen time. His best friends, his group, they never get those like moments of great groupmanship because you don't get. There's no character development in this movie at all. People get sliced up and everything. When I mean sliced up, I'm telling you guys, this movie is bloody as fuck. I mean, they definitely were like, it's rated R, we're gonna make it rated R. And sometimes when they do that, it makes me a little mad because sometimes they just add an F-bomb for no reason. Like in the very beginning of this movie, the first scene in this movie, there's a narration, and the narration, he's like, back in the time, where it was fucked. Like, they just added that. I was like, add F-bombs. When it's a rated R movie, Deadpool did the best way. They added F-bombs when it was needed. Yes, there's jokes in the movie that caused the movie rated R, but it was added or is necessary or it made it better. This movie was like, let's just throw an F-bomb in there. Like that, it was really annoying in some scenes like that. But again, this movie, like I said, it is bloody. I mean, the Red Band trailers do not show you shit. This movie is bloody. Gorefest galore. There is a bunch of CGI blood. Then there's scenes where there's like little prosthetics of makeup and blood, and I was like, that's amazing to see. But I'm telling you guys, it is a bloody movie, and I love the CGI was bad, but I love the scene where he fights the trolls or the giants, whatever. It's an awesome scene. This movie, every time there's an action scene, sometimes the directing was really bad and how it was moving around and fighting and everything. But every time a fight scene would happen, a rock song would just kick on, and it added to the vibe, and that's what made the movie so enjoyable. Like I said, there's no character development. There's a ton of action scenes though. From beginning to end, there is an action scene in every 5 or 6 minutes or so. And again, David Harbour makes the role the best. So overall, the movie's a fucking mess. The character development sucks. The dialogue is some atrocious. The CGI looks terrible in some, like, I mean terrible. But overall, I just enjoyed the universe, how crazy it was, the action scenes, David Harbour, the music. It was a fucking mess, but it was an enjoyable mess that I liked watching in IMAX. I don't know. Truly, honestly, this movie deserves like a D, but I'm not gonna give that. I'm gonna give the rebooted Hellboy a C-. I almost went a C+, B-, but I was like, okay, I gotta be real for myself. This movie, technically, I should give this movie a D. That should be the real grade. But again, sometimes, guys, you gotta just go in there and just turn the brain off and just have fun. And you know what? I went in there, I was thinking it's gonna be trash. To be honest, it was trash. But I enjoyed watching the trash. So, hate me if you want, but that's my review. That's my opinion of the new Hellboy. Do I wish we get a sequel? On how it ended, I would want to see a sequel. In my opinion. I want a new director, a new scriptwriter, though. We need that, though. I gotta say that. If we get a second one, we gotta make it better, though. I will admit that. Anyway, guys, if you guys enjoy this review, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, everyone.